So there I was, sitting in my truck in front of the local casino, nervous butterflies in my stomach. Not an unfamiliar feeling. I'd felt this way every time I'd ever went into a casino. The fear that against my better judgment I was going to put my hard-earned money on the line on the off chance that I could walk out with more than I came with. Call it pessimism or call it being a realist, but every time I've gone into the casino I've just assumed I was going to lose my money. But I had a good feeling. This time would be different. This is Life of Steve. You see, I was on a lucky streak. A couple days prior, I bought the first scratcher I'd bought in years, and I won $100. I cashed that ticket and bought one more just to see, and I won $77 on that one. I spent about $67 of it on food and stuff over the next couple days, so I had about $110 in cash left. Which brings us back here. Me, sitting at the casino, contemplating whether or not to go inside. I fought off the jitters and it was decided. It was go time. Not only was I going to win, but I was going to do it with only $40. That was the limit I set for myself. If I lose the 40, I'm going home. But I wasn't going to lose. I was on a hot streak. I was a 4-leaf clover, a heads-up penny. I was Buddha's belly. You get it. I was luck itself. I lost my $40 immediately. It happened so fast. I wasn't even there for a whole minute and it was gone. History. I lost it so quickly I didn't even have time to film it. I had to do something. Another 20 wasn't going to kill me. I was there to win. I found a new machine and put a 20 in. I hit something. If I cashed out now, that would put me back where I was when I came in. Wait, that would put me back where I was when I came in. I didn't come here to break even. I had to play on. Once more for all the marbles. Twice more for all the marbles. Wait! My marbles! My credits seemed to be going down too fast. How? I was only on a penny machine. That's when it hit me. I was on a nickel machine. Oh, how could I be so foolish? I was betting 5 times more than I thought. I was down $60 now, but still in good spirits. I still had $50 on me after all. Should I risk it? No. I knew it was time to pack it up. Time to leave with at least half of what I came with. Well, close to half. Needless to say, I immediately lost that $50 too. Hear me out. This one slot had this big shiny bonus at its tipping point, and there was no way I was going to lose. If I could hit it, I was sure to get all my money back and then some. It was calling to me. I couldn't resist. But it didn't hit. I was crushed. But I knew as soon as I got up, someone else was going to jump in my seat and get my bonus. So I did the only logical thing. I hit the ATM for $40 more. That bonus was going to pay me. I was due. I ran back to the machine as fast as I could, but someone else was already there. That bonus had caught her eye as well. I watched in silent anticipation. I was ready for it. The inevitable sting of seeing her excitedly relishing in the spoils I had worked so hard for. The jackpot I had set before her on a silver platter. But it never happened. That final firecracker to ignite the bonus never lit up. No matter how much money she put in, no matter how badly she wanted it, it never triggered. It only tempted her, teased her. And that's when it hit me. It was never going to light up. It was never going to light up because it was never her bonus. It was never my bonus. It was and always will be the casino's bonus. The clever design enticed us to feed the machine on the false promise of an imminent reward. But guess what? The reward was her and I putting our money into that machine. And the winner was the house, because the house always wins. With my new frame of mind, I made quick work of losing that $40 I had just pulled out and retreated with my tail between my legs, wishing I had never stepped foot inside. While sitting at what felt like the longest red light in human history, I had a lot of time to reflect. I was down $150 and I suddenly felt sharp hunger pangs in my gut, seemingly out of nowhere. Reality was setting in. Maybe just knowing I didn't have extra money to simply buy myself some food was hitting me, making me all the more hungry for a single bite. Maybe my body was screaming for food to make myself feel better. Stuffing my face always has a way of putting my soul at ease. But, truth be told, I was probably hungry before the casino. But I suppose in the pursuit of winning untold riches amidst a sea of flashing lights and high hopes, I was too distracted to notice. Besides the hunger, I felt another sensation in my stomach, a deep sinking feeling, like the first time you get your heart broken or when your car won't start. That uncomfortable feeling, like you'd been betrayed. And I had been. But I'd been betrayed by myself. I set a clear limit for myself. Then I spent more. Then I spent even more. Looking back, I feel like I knew better. But in that moment, I couldn't help myself. And that's how it happens. As unlikely as it is that you're going to win big, it could happen, and people do win big. Somebody has to live the dream, so why can't it be you, right? That's why we go, and that's why we play. And that's why we don't take a loss as a loss, but instead as a temporary setback before we go to the ATM to go win back what we lost. While driving home, I did a couple of things. I tried to rationalize how much I lost by comparing the dollar amount to my hourly wage and thinking, that was only X hours of work, which actually made me feel even worse. Don't do that. Then I started thinking about how I could have spent that money on literally anything else and it would have been a better use of it. Gas money, groceries, just giving it to someone, anything would have been better than losing it at the casino. I looked at the picture of my son on my dash. I could have bought him a lot of cool toys with that money. Well, maybe not a lot. Not with the price of toys these days. It's criminal. Almost as criminal as the casino. Even this Hulk Hogan action figure is $11.99. Just look at that face. Looks like even he thinks that's too much. $11.99, brother. But I digress. My point is, I could have spent that money on my son. To me, he deserves it, and that would have been worth it. As you may have guessed, those thoughts didn't make me feel good either. But then I really started thinking about my son. There's an old cliche about how a heart full of love from the ones you hold dear provides you more riches than money ever could. I love you.
I love you too.
And while my full heart wasn't going to pay my rent or fill my belly, it was enough for me. I knew that when I got home, my son was going to jump into my arms and give me a giant hug like he always does. And I think that's all I needed. And when I got home, that's exactly what he did. In that moment, money didn't matter. Win or lose, he loves me no matter what.
They got money today?
No, I lost money today.
Why?
Because I'm silly. I know. Mom might have money though, but I don't.
Mom, do you have money? McDonald's?
Well, maybe money does matter. But love's important too. Until next time, thanks for watching. Life of Steve.